Mr. Michel, you were not content with the debate today, so you blame that it wasn't truly democratic. Why?
Why? Because it was too short. When you have 1 hour to have a dialogue, a debate, a contradictory debate, you can't express your mind. It's very difficult, and this is really a shame. We are speaking about the values of Europe, about the fundamental values of Europe, so we cannot accept that it is taken just as business as usual. This is very important. What happens in Denmark? Denmark was a country with a very good policy towards the migrants, towards the human rights and so on. It was a good example in Europe. And now they are taking measures which will not, of course, bring revenues, very important revenues. It's symbolic. It's only symbolic. It's a signal to send to the extreme right parties in order to keep them quiet. This is really not the way to fight xenophobia, to fight racism. When you are running after them, you only encourage them to be more racist and more xenophobe. This is not a good way. This is really a very bad way for the European Union.
Mr. Michel, would you engage Europe in more profound debate? Do you think that this should be more profound debate than today? Because today it was just a hint on what should be performed.
Yeah, of course, the case of Denmark is not the most important case. What happens in Hungary is much more important. What happens in Poland is much more important. I can share some, let us say, commitments of some concerns of the Danish government. But to speak about that very frankly and very quietly. And this is not a debate you can run and you can drive with in a quiet way. You have the minister who are saying this is normal, this is not very important, we will give the guarantees, we will give this and that. But they are not fulfilling what we call the fundamental guarantees of the human rights. This is the problem. We are creating a precedent. And if other countries are following this example, Europe will not exist anymore in 10 years. You will not have the values. The values are not the driving force, the driving law of the European Union. This is the problem. It is really a main problem. It's fundamental. And we are speaking and we are playing with the games here. The president, Mrs. Gál, is saying, of course, she's from Hungary. So she has interest not speaking too much about that. But she's saying, no, you have just 1 minute to speak about that. And you, Mr. Michel, you may not speak because there were 2 rounds before, so you have to shut up. Well, I don't shut up. It's not possible. It's not my temper.